You can make friends. You can be friendly.
Not built this way.
Come on, gang. You can't build friendships based upon how women look.
Appearance? Okay. That's fine. So I was just like, I'm good. And then she was at the pool. But I made like a comment to her to let her know, like, hey, I ain't trying to be standoffish, but I walked past her and went to the other end. So it was like, all right, sis, if you want to come talk to me, you're going to have to trek this pool.
You're going to have to come down to the other end of the pool.
And I know you don't want to do that. And she did. And so that was cool. I made a friend at one of the banquets. He had me laughing. Me and him, by the third day, he came up to me and was like, yo, when we going to Vegas? Apparently on the first day, I was talking his head off about Vegas. And he was telling me like how his strategy on winning. And so that was cool. But we'll get to the DR in a little bit, man. What you been up to? Sorry, hey, to everybody that's listening, sorry we late. It's on me. It ain't on Mike. It's actually on me.
Gavin's the EP, so if he's not here, we can't shoot. So it's what it is.
You can come in here and shoot. You come here and record.
What I'm gonna do with one camera by myself, monologue. Wednesday night is tough enough. I don't think I'm gonna do. Anytime I talk by myself, I just get like not mean, but I get like real serious. Like the Wednesday lives, man. Like my boys be hitting me up. He's like, damn, bro, like you good? Hey, man. Like man, I'm kind of angry at a lot of stuff, man.
That's you getting your stress off.
Yeah. So no, I can't pod by myself. I need your energy to offset my energy.
I tried to pod by myself after Ez left. That didn't work. That was the toughest. That was probably tougher than when Key dipped. Because when Key left, I think I just quit that one. It was just, I learned my lesson with Ez. Like, oh, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
But with Ez, and it was only tough because you inviting people on and they just lie. People lie in this world.
But see, the problem is when people lie, we're going to get to lying on podcasts in a few. but the problem is when you know people, right? Like if I don't know you and you lie, I can ride with it. But when I know you and I be like we on air, aren't we?
Bro,
I can't really call you out right now,
bro,
can I?
Look, that's when I kind of look at you like, are you playing my face or are you trying to play the audience? I remember one time I read off a dude's status. I went to it. I had a game.
Yeah.
We go to your Facebook. We'll read off like one of the craziest, wildest statuses you ever said. And just basically, you don't know what's coming. So you just got to just be like, whatever. And the dude lied to me and said he never wrote that. And I had to show him the phone.
I'm on your...
I said, my man, you said it right here.
I actually like that. If or when, because Gav wants it, we have guests on here, we should bring that back.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
Go to their Facebook or go to their Instagram or Twitter and find their craziest status and read it to them.
Like, shout out to my homegirl, Bianca. Not the Bianca who is listening right now, but my other homegirl. Like, this morning she was like, I wish one of y'all would write, put her through the mattress under this comment, and I'd like to go out on a date with you. I'm like, you was too horny. I'm like, if she ever came on my pod, I would read that off. She is too horny.
She is. She ovulating, bro.
She fine.
Yeah, she ovulating.
She a baddie.
Yeah. She about to get a $400 dinner and get put through the mattress for sure.
Absolutely. And
that's the benefit. That's the beauty of beautiful women, bro. Life is made for them.
Latino women, man. And if some of y'all listening and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, I almost wanted to write on her comment like, girl, delete this. Like, you are better. You too fine for this. And her kids are at the age now where like a dude will be like, all right, you're a single mom, I could deal with you. We're going to talk about what's too many kids, but her kids grown now.
Okay.
So they out the picture.
Oh, yeah. She what is this? What, Thursday night? Oh, yeah, she 100% going out tonight.
Oh, yeah. When you say put her through the mattress?
Put her through the mattress? For sure.
Absolutely. All right, let's get this pod started. It's going to be an interesting day.
It's dark. Me and Ian predict that 40% of podcasters will be done in the next few months.
Months?
Most of them are done right now. They're just not announcing it. They're not saying it. They're holding on by the thread of they skinny. Yeah, I see it. I can see it. They finished already. Niggas are doing everything but podcasting. Said this last pod, I'll say it again, and I'm not going to beat y'all down. Podcasting is tough.
It is.
I know people think that you're just sitting on the couch and yakety talking with some people
it's
you know.
It's a full-time fucking job.
Balancing podding with balancing your life.
Yeah.
It can get tough. I'm rooting for all of y'all to fail. I've said that before. I'll say it again. You're not about to do nothing. You don't believe in yourself. You're not about to invest in yourself.
You're
not trying to improve. You're not trying to get better. You don't know nobody. You don't network. You don't do shit. Move.
That's why I said I can't wait for you photographers to quit.
Yeah, I like that he said that you don't believe in yourself because that is a huge part. That is a huge part. And like Joe's all over. I won't say the podcasting is done though. I think it will be a reset just because most podcasters work and the economy is in a place right now where nobody knows what the hell is going to happen next. So I can't see a lot of pods because podding is expensive.
That's every time one of y'all, shout out to the Change Your Mind Change Your Mind podcast. She came by, me and her chopped it up for like an hour or so last week. And I was telling her, I was like, you know what? Nobody don't want to talk about how expensive this is.
Yeah.
And I keep giving y'all tidbits when you come sit with me or when you DM me or if I throw little sprinkles here and there.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Like it's a benefit that you are a photographer and you know what I'm saying? And we get to parlay that into pod, but most people aren't photographers. Most people are not videographers.
Absolutely.
So you're having to pod and it's like, it costs, man. Like even when you have a few sponsors, maybe you paying for your hosting and a couple software programs, but like pod is expensive until you get on.
Absolutely. And I think he said something that was interesting. Y'all don't believe in yourself. And I think, it reminds me of, we come across these rappers and we just figure, we always say the music industry is dead, right?
Yeah.
And then you start looking around, you be like, well, how many of them really want to be artists anyway? Like, do they want to be Sweetie?
Yeah.
I come up with 2 songs and I don't even try to make another album, right? Or is it like, I say it all the time, it's the reason why it took Cardi 7 years to drop a new album. Like, if I'm making $50 million not rapping, why would I take off and rap?
Why would I take the chance for people to not like my art?
And y'all see what y'all did to her music when it came out.
Because that is scary, right? Like it takes a while on pod just to get over listening to yourself back when you record.
Yeah, so I think, if you don't believe in yourself, are you going to, like I tell people all the time, they be like, hey, what kind of camera I need? My number one thing is whatever you can afford.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, me and Ez, when we started podding, we was podding easily 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And we was podding on an iPad, the first generation. And it sounded horrible. You could hear Karina parking the car outside. You know what I'm saying? When you came to it, we only had one camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that. We had, figuring out mixers, figuring out programs. Me and you made a decision on getting a switcher program. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, you talking about the lights. It's like, well, some people, first of all, I think the misconception that a lot of people has is, hey, I'm going to be Call of You Daddy. I'm going to be Joe Rogan. I'm going to be Joe Budden. I'm going to be Charlamagne. And when they get in here and they realize they see it say 17, I was telling her from the podcast, I said, yo, me and Mike used to be excited when we had 20 listeners.
Yeah.
We used to be like, yo, we finally got to the 20s, dog. Like, we had 30 listeners. We was when me and Mike was getting 30 listeners, we went back to figure out what y'all love so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're like, who are y'all?
Who are y'all? And it was
I only got 7 friends. Who are these other 23 idiots?
Look, I had to convince Mike, hey, you have to start posting on your personal Instagram and Facebook. Because Mike don't do the internet. That's why he don't want to punch one of y'all. And that's probably why one day he might punch one of y'all. And because he don't do the internet. So it was like convincing that, but then believing. And also saying, me and you have conversations all the time. Like, all right, how does this become bigger than us sitting down talking? Like, I went and spoke to a school last year. We talking about like getting back in the community, trying to figure out how do we help 1 million men become better men.
Yeah, be honest. We fight.
Yes. I told Shorty that. I was like, yo, me and Mike, it's every 3 months. Like, all right, how do we go from here to here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that. But I think a lot of people, bro, they just think like, oh, this is going to be some quick money.
Yeah, it is not quick money. I don't think it's done, though. I think Joe is overstating it a little bit. I just think that it's harder than what people expect. And I think that's most industry, right? We see actors all the time on television, and we're like, man, I can act, right? And I don't know if anybody has ever did a play or if you've ever had to, introduce somebody at a public, event.
Facts.
It is not easy.
It's not easy. It's not fun either.
It's not fun. It's very, very hard, right? But when we see people act all the time on television, we're like, man, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could go to Hollywood. And it's like, yo, you don't understand. Like most of your best actors are from some of the top schools in the country.
Not even that. Yo, why he missed that free throw? I could do that.
Yeah.
Let me let 20,000 people scream at you while you trying to make a free throw to win the championship.
Exactly. Right. So yeah, I think he's right that I think a lot of people realizing like, yo, it is massively hard. I mean, and we're trying to take a next step, and we're like, okay, it's been hard to get here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now we got to take a step up. So
let me tell you what Joe is trying to do. I believe Joe believes there is a max amount of money that's available to Black podcasters, and I think he thinks everybody else is muddying the water.
Yeah.
For the reason why he can't get 75 million a year from Spotify or Apple or whoever, right? So I think when he looks around, he looks and says, all right, it's me, Charlemagne, and Steve Harvey. Like I think that's what Joe really looks at.
True.
And I think he thinks that, hey, they're cheating the system, so it's really just me. And so I also think he's looking at himself and, hey, it's me. It's the British dude who just interviewed Kamala.
Steven.
Yeah, whatever. It's him. It's the crime junkie people. It's Call Her Daddy.
He is crushing.
Yeah,
he's crushing, and he's crushing so much that it's an African pod, and I hate using the term African because Africa's not a country. But there's a guy called it's Connect something, and because I was like, yo, I need to find him. He has copied everything from Steven.
Damn,
like the whole MO.
Yeah,
he has copied it, and his platform is growing. So, but to your point though, right? When it comes to black potting, I won't even call it manosphere, right? When it comes to calling the black potting, it's really Steven and Joe Budden.
Yeah. And
when you exclude radio, right? You exclude, morning talk shows, things of that nature, right? It's really just those two guys.
Yeah, and so it's just interesting.
He's worth the Steven guy's worth dude, I think they say $200-300 million.
God.
I don't know how he got there. I'm trying to
you say African.
No. The British guy.
Oh.
The British guy's worth dude, it's I don't know what it is about him. So I know Joe, to your point, I know Joe looks at him and be like, bruh, how am I not getting that money? I'm in the United States, in New York City. I'm in the epicenter of media, right? This guy is in the UK. How the heck?
Well, I say this, Joe independent. So I think a lot of that comes with a lot of, you might not make the most, but you might have the most power. And I think that's what there is going to be a day where all of us got to look and say, do we partner with somebody and we get that pay? Or do we stay independent and work harder? It's like the independent versus major, right? Like you got to figure that part out. And so that's the interesting part there, man. But all right, let's get this pod started.
I'm Pastor Mike Will.
Now, I am Gavin B. Welcome to service. Sit down. The Black Dads Club. What the hell is the point of this podcast? Let's do it like that.
If you are a black male and you're in a jam, hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I got to push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun.
Now let's begin.
Yo, I want to welcome everybody to episode, hold on, I'm looking it up. Episode 208 of the Black Dads Club. That is your pastor, Pastor Mike Will. And I am Gavin B. I absolutely love Mike commenting still under posts, and y'all don't know. Somebody sent me a post and was like, look at your boy. And I looked and everybody was under there. And I just liked all the comments of people just clowning you on being a pastor under some OnlyFans post. I thought it was the greatest part of my life.
That was funny. I mean, I play it to it sometimes, right? What I said, I was like, I got to check on the flock.
Yes. And I was like, yo, this dude is hilarious. And I love that all of this is going there. This is episode 208 brought to you by Victory Dental. We're not going to do the normal ad for them. Let me tell y'all something. I went to Victory Dental last week. Amazing time. So first of all,
at the dental office, that is a strong sell.
Yes. Let me put it like this. I went and I hate that Sid went in there and told everybody who I was. He let me get 30 minutes in, then he told everybody hey, this is a good person. I'm like, bro, I was about to give it a true experience.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give y'all my experience up until then. So I walk in, everything was cool. I don't really look at how people treat me sometimes. I always look at how people treat other people. Mm-hmm. So the lady in front of me was having some issues with her English. Mm-hmm. And so, I went and sat down because I'm like, all right, it's about to be a long transaction. And then the girl kind of looked at her. Man, she just went off in Spanish.
Oh.
And that transaction was over in 30 seconds. So now I done sat down. Now I got to get back up. Yeah. It's too fast. But she was super helpful. The young lady, I'm sorry, I'm not remembering your name, but the young lady at the front, when she came to help me, she was like, yo, just text this to me. I send this to you. I'll look up this information for you. Because, of course, I'm using all my wife's stuff because the pod ain't taken off yet. And so it was a super cool experience. And then I went in the back. And so that was super cool. The young lady who was helping me was super nice. The hygienist was super nice. Sid told me I got to get my wisdom tooth pulled. So might be a break in the pod for that. We'll figure that part out. But anyway, it was a great experience, man. And then you know what? He referred me to somebody. He said, yo, give him 3 days to call you. Them people called me the next day.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, Dr. McDonald sent over your information. We want to make sure we take good care of you. So it was a super great experience. I will tell y'all this. The traffic sucks. But that's why they open it up on Saturdays. Because the traffic don't suck then. But I, try to go midday, if you or on the weekends. But it was definitely a great time. I loved it. It was funny. And to see one of our listeners engage with his staff is also hilarious.
Yeah. Someone that you know.
Yeah, because I come in there, I show up as a super professional, laid back guy.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't need to know me. I don't need to know them. And so to see him crack jokes, talk, and we had a great time. And I only saw him for maybe like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I interacted with everybody else. So it was a super cool experience, man. But shout out to Victory Dental. Please hit them up, follow them, like them. Go see them. They got a picture of me in the chair. So it was a great time. Like I was telling everybody early, sorry about the delay in the pod. I was in the DR with the wife. Punta Cana. I ain't going back.
Man,
not going back. Not going back.
Why got to do DR like that?
Not impressed. Even though we have a statue of a DR lady in the back. That's my ticket to the DR. It's right above my
Punta Cana is like one of the best places to go down there.
Okay. Y'all will catch me in Cancun for the rest of the time. I don't know what it is. You know what? Nobody was friendly. Nobody was rude, but nobody was like friendly. It was kind of just like, hey, bro, you here? Like, we here, you here, you at the... And I would expect that if I wasn't at a resort. So this is twofold.
Yeah.
And also, if somebody reaches out to me and say, hey, maybe it was just that resort, then cool. I'm here to listen to that tape. Not going to spend my own money to go back to find out, though. It was just like, only thing that Punta Cana got over Cancun, at least at the resort people wasn't able to come up to you and try to sell you everything under the sun. Like, in Cabo and Cancun, they live on the beach to sell you and harass you into buying something. And it just was not, I didn't have to do it with that. But the resort, and this about to sound like a resort thing, but if you ever go to Punta Cana and you want to know where a resort not to stay at, just hit me up. But the resort was just like, man, I did have a good short rib though. But it was cool. It was just straight. Not enough BBLs. I'm telling you, I didn't see enough of them. I thought it was gonna be BBL Central. Didn't see none.
The DR they have nice looking bodies though, so I guess they don't really need the BBLs.
Thickest thing I saw was European over there.
Yeah, I went to Santo Domingo. It was all right. I put it like this: the whole time I was in DR, I was wishing I was in Colombia. Yeah, like I was just like I could have went to Colombia. Yeah,
and I think for us, the whole time we was there, I was telling her like, our last trip to Cancun was so much more fun.
Yeah.
Also, she didn't like, I made a joke because one of the entertainer boys who's there to like entertain people at night, he was like overly gay. So I kept laughing. And I told her, I was like, he better straighten up. And she was like, what you mean? I was like, yo, y'all more homophobic than black folks. Like, y'all don't play this shit.
So I don't know. I do got to go back to Cancun. On your Cancun point, not Cancun. I like Playa. I like across the bay. I like to go to Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
So I do have to get back down there.
Yeah, when you leave out the airport, if you make a left, you going to the young side. If you make a right to all the resorts, you going in the right direction. The resort me and Reno went to last time, I was like, I really want to go back there, and I'm so mad I can't think of the name. That was an amazing time. Almost so that I'm like, our 10-year, I wish it's there.
Yeah.
But she wants to do something special in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Which I got to live with. So
yeah.
It is. You got to go.
Don't bang on the DR though, man. Don't bang on the DR.
Never going back. And it hurt that they look like us. That's a whole nother subject. This is what I really want to get off on about the DR. I give them grace because a lot of countries are fed up with us.
Yeah.
Because of the current administration. Mm-hmm. So when they see us coming, they see us as just like, all right, here come those rude ass Americans that just want to be in our spot. Sometimes I let them rock because it's like, all right, I hear you, but it's also like all of us ain't that. But also it's just like everybody there was just like, eh. But I will tell you, the funniest thing happened. I went to the restaurant. I'm tired and hungover. And I'm wearing Karina's hat because I forgot. I got the Black Dads Club hat. Please buy 2 of these and give it to somebody. So I was there and I have on Karina's hat. And so I walk in, the lady's like, ¿Cómo estás? I say, bien. And I'm like tired. Boy, she went off in full Spanish.
Yeah.
and I didn't realize I had on Karina's Puerto Rican hat. Dog, she was going so fast. I said, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry."
Yeah,
English only.
Yeah, no, their Spanish in the DR is actually different. Like their Spanish uses a lot of slang. It's hard for me to understand. Like I can understand Spanish if you talk at a moderate level, right? But we go fast, I don't understand. But theirs is it's a lot of slang. It's super fast.
Yeah,
you know. So I had no idea what anybody was saying when I was in the DR.
I was just like, but yeah, I won't be back. While I was there, Baraka made me do podcast homework. And I was like, you know what? It's fair. My wife is gone from 8 in the morning till she came back around 1. She hung out with me for 30 minutes and then she was gone to 5. That was the beauty of all this. I'm telling everybody right now, get you a girl that is a travel agent or somewhere along that route. It is the greatest thing ever. It is the greatest thing ever. And I can only tell y'all off air on why it's the greatest thing ever. And I don't air it, at least not for this trip, but I explain it later. Part of my research was our girl, the greatest.
Not our girl.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I gotta give it to people that learn to carve out a lane for themselves and just exploit it. DJ Academics, who's not a DJ. DJ Vlad, who was like a DJ for 30 days. Another person done this. Ace Metaphor is a person that done this. Stefan Speaks. What was the other man who used to wear them small ass shirts? Derek
Jackson.
Another person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the pastor who I don't rock with? He left the church. He used to wear the glasses. He was spitting on people. What was his name? Dark skinned fella?
Was that Mike Todd?
Yes. We need to find him.
Wait, is that Mike Todd?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, him carved out a lane.
He still has the church, don't he?
I don't know. I thought they made him step back.
They might make him step back, but I just saw him like in a Cybertruck in service. Like, I don't know, like 9 months ago.
All right. See, he gonna make me have to do some more research. But like he carved out a lane. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant has carved out an amazing lane. And this interview, I think I ain't gonna lie, the interview was 3 hours and 30 minutes. I think I got to like two and a half.
You got further than me, man. About an hour and 20 into it. I just could not take anymore.
What was the problem you had?
It was an uncomfortable watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I typically do not get secondhand embarrassment by watching somebody else. Okay. Because I like, you kind of own who you are.
Yes.
And in this, I saw two people that were trying to pretend they weren't flirting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I had to watch her, lob it up to the rim for him.
Okay.
And then he pretended he don't see it. So it got uncomfortable, right? You know what I'm saying? So it was that part.
Okay.
Now, the overall, what I disagree with is, I disagree. If you know me, you know that I disagree with Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung idea of the young child inner self type psychology.
Yes.
So, and she spoke to that too much. You know what I'm saying? So that also bothered me because Shannon just sitting there just, lapping it up as a Prop 48 Savannah State student. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just going along with it, this doctor from Argosy, telling him, something about himself. And so to me, that is a form of weaponizing therapy, right?
Okay.
When you say, I'm more educated on you on this subject, and instead of me listening to you and empathizing with you, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you, right? I do have a problem when I see that, when therapists do that, right? Let me tell you what's wrong with you. Like, it was one part of it, and that's when I was just like, all right, I can't watch it because I'm gonna just be irate.
The dad part?
Yeah.
Shannon dad part?
Yeah, like I was like, I'm just gonna be irate now.
So to give y'all a little backstory, because it's a long clip, she sat there with Shannon and she started talking about the way he dealt with his kids. And so she's having a conversation like, how do you deal with your kids? What's going on? Like, and Shannon spoke about how he's scared that his kids are going to hurt him. And so then she said, all right, let's peel back that onion and let's get to why you feel that way. And where was the first time in your life you got hurt? And Shannon's searching for it. And I'm going to do this. It's the first time in that interview where I felt like Shannon was being mature.
Yeah.
And I get to what pissed me off, because that's what pissed me off about the interview. Shannon's immaturity. I'm done with Shannon Sharpe. I'm done.
I know you was mad because you was in the group chat just going off on her.
Yeah.
But I'll let you finish.
So she gets to what it was, and she talked about how Shannon's mom and dad got a divorce. Well, Shannon brought that up. He's like, my mom and dad got a divorce, and for some reason, I don't know, I ain't never heard this part, but Shannon said the rule back then was you go with the mom's grandparents, which was interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to remember Shannon grew up on the dirt, like where he grew up.
Yeah, Southern Georgia.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I get it, whatever. And so she went into hey, his abandonment is basically the root of all your missteps.
And I hated that too. And again, that goes back to the Carl Jung part, because when I was listening to this interview, Shannon's dad didn't abandon him. Like per his own admission, right? He was like, I got to go to my grandparents, my mom's parents, right? And it also doesn't sound like his mom was there.
And so as a person who's been listening to Shannon Sharpe for the last, decade? Talk about his family?
Decade,
He's never spoken about his dad, ever.
Yeah.
He's basically was like, my grandfather and my brother raised me.
Yeah.
So it's
always been the grandparents. We always knew he grew up with his grandparents.
He's rarely spoke of his mom.
Yeah.
So that threw me off as well when she was like, hey, it wasn't your mama abandoning you.
It was your dad. And again, and it's like, oh my girl, that argosy degree, you working it. You working it. You pulling every bit of juice of Carl Jung that they have in that fucking degree.
Well, and here's the problem I had with the interview. Her relationship with her dad. That sounded like one of the most toxic relationships of all time.
But she's proud of it.
She was so proud. That's what really pissed me off with the interview.
Cringe words, right? Like secondhand embarrassment.
Bro.
We don't.
So if you didn't,
I'm lost for words right now. I apologize.
I know, it's fine. So if you watch the interview, she was very adamant on, I do not date men with kids.
Yeah.
Because I never want to come second to anybody. Cool. But she's the product of a man who parents at the age of 16, her parents decided, hey, we got enough money to go to a hotel and make a baby. Yeah. That's what they did. And didn't realize that they would have to take care of a baby.
Yeah.
So her dad, who she claimed was a street dude and was outside, and basically he was a big time drug dealer, a street dude. She don't know what all he did, but she know that some people got effed up.
Yeah.
She went into detail that she could never go in a house alone without him going through with a gun to check the house first.
Exactly.
Because that's how his life was set up. Cool. She adored this man, and she talked about how she didn't get along with none of her siblings because, her favorite line was, hey, nobody can take away that you the first kid.
Yeah.
But all the kids after that have to deal with, he went and had another kid. The stupidest logic I ever heard.
Dude, I mean, so much of it was, it's her family. It's her life. It's her pride, right?
Also, before you go, she's speaking on a man who's no longer here. And I thought that's interesting because the dad is no longer alive. And we never heard her speak about her dad before this, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so again, the reason why I say secondhand embarrassment isn't because what Shannon said about his family life or what she said about her family life. It was two people. It was a mating dance. Yeah. Right? It was like two people trying to, hey, listen to my life story. And again, right, sometimes that's what makes interviews great, when sometimes you forget the cameras are going. And during that interview, I think several times, both of them forgot the camera was going. Like, I applaud whoever. I've never seen this many clips drop from a Shannon episode. Yeah. Back to back to back to back. I mean, it has to be like 8 to 10 clips floating around. Like, he never drops that many clips, right? So I think whoever does his editing recognized the cringe fest that was going on and was like, yo, let's get this out right here and see if this can pop like Cat Williams pop. But I think the story in itself, I don't think it's a story that needs to be retold, right? Like, whatever we do in our youth that we're not proud of, right? I don't want my son retelling that story, right? If I tell him, I'm telling him to avoid it. Yeah. Right? I'm not telling him to be proud of it. Yeah. Like, my father has a story that I would never fucking retell, right? But he was telling it because he saw certain things in me, so he was just like, hey, this is what happens at the end of this. Yeah. So keep going the way that you're going. This is what happens, right? Yeah. It was never something to be proud of. I've never come in here and be like, let me tell you what the hell my dad did when he was, no, it's not a good story. It's not a story to be retold. It's a story to use for this is where you grow and mature from. And when I was listening to that, I saw a lot of Arrested Development in that episode. And I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't like this, your father abandoned you, right? Mm-hmm. And, there's nothing about the mother, right? There's nothing about the grandfather being there. There's nothing about his brother being there, right?
Yeah, facts.
Like every mistake that Shannon has made since he's a grown man, y'all, if you listen to this part long enough, y'all know I say, I give you the 35. After that, I need you to get it together.
Yeah.
I need you to get it together. Shannon is 56, right? Mm-hmm. So any mistakes that Shannon makes, I'm like, yo, these are mistakes, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that they're unredeemable, but I'm not going to say that this is because, your dad left you at 3 years old.
Yeah.
No, you don't get that excuse anymore. So I hated that part of it. And then just the flirting, I don't want to say just get a room, but if y'all like each other, say you like each other.
Shannon don't like her. She too old. What? She too old and too dark. Let's go. I'm keep it real.
The funny thing about Shannon, he's the one that said that it was either him or Chad, where it was like, you gotta be too something to do something. Mm-hmm. It was one of them that said that. I forget which one said that. Bro. And who does Shannon get caught with? A 20-year-old buck 15
white girl. I don't even think she was attracted to Shannon. You know what I think she got off on?
What?
I'm more intelligent than you. And I'm running your show right now. I wrote y'all in the group chat. I love everything that has happened for Shannon. I feel bad of what he's lost, but stupid games get you stupid prizes.
Yeah, you can't take bar pussy home.
We gonna
not when you're rich. Not when you're rich.
And not even bar pussy, it's gym pussy. You can't do that. Yeah. But here's the thing: Shannon has never, to me, hosted a good interview, ever. I don't think his Cat Williams interview was great. I think Cat Williams was phenomenal. Yeah. I think Monique was phenomenal. I think Steve Harvey on there was phenomenal. I think who else was on there? That was just great. I think even Amanda Seales.
Yeah.
She ran that show. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe that's the shit, right? It's like he just gets to be the character and be like, are you for real? Right? He gets to do that part.
He do, and it gets ignorant to a point because he comes off super immature, especially at 56, which to me gets me to understand why you fucking 20-year-olds. Because it's super immature. She's running circles around you. And I don't think that you're smart enough to know that the circles is being ran, but I think that you and your team know that you lost that interview. You lost control of the room. Bro, she sat up there and she's talking about, she literally looked this nigga in the eye and said, yo, you know that men trap good women? That was insane. Because Shannon Sharpe, you know better to know and look at her and be like, no, we don't. It's okay, bro. It's okay when somebody tell you some dumb shit on the podcast to be like, you are wrong. Yeah, you are incorrect.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Mike has done that to me. I done did it to Mike. And whether Mike or me felt like we was wrong, it's okay for the other person to be like, hey, bro. Like, all right,
you're going too far.
You're going to the deep end. Yeah. She literally looked at this man and said, hey, they were talking about, my favorite part was when they got to the whole part about knowing if a man is have a wife at home. If the first trip he do is say, hey, he got to fly you out the city or fly you out the country, he probably got a wife at home. Not the worst advice, but then when she started going into like, hey, you got to make this man earn and penetrate your mind and heart and show you that he's going to court you before you give him some coochie. I was like, there's a name for that. Like, there's a profession. Like, what are we doing here? Like, before I'm like, yo, Shannon just letting shit go. And then she got the nerve to flap up her dress to be like, this is where, if he wants to get in here. And Shannon, dumbass, come on, man. What are we doing?
It was...
What? I started
it was a little cringe word.
Mike, I started drinking so much at that damn swim up bar. I could have dropped my laptop in the pool.
It was a little cringe worthy, man. Bro. And that's why I think, and again, that's why low key, I think that's why I think he likes her. Right? Not like now, look, I'm not saying, look, Shannon has a type, and I don't think she's his type.
Facts.
Right? But I do think that she was low key trying to sell him the ideal that we'd make a great Hollywood couple.
Yeah, or get another client. And I don't like that. Let me tell y'all something. Please understand, if you go see her again in the future, she will do another interview and tell your business.
And she will bring you up. I to that point, I didn't like the fact that she brought up Offset and then she brought up, You're right. She brought up quite a few people.
She brought up the boy who tried to take his own life in the kitchen, and his dad was gonna find him, and she was like, "We still talk today." Imagine being that boy.
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
But I mean, again, right? That's what a degree from a defunct university is going to get
Here
you.
we go.
That's what it's going to get you. And I went to a state college, but my state college is funded. It's not defunct.
So, how do you feel about? Hold on. Her preference is no man with kids. I'm not mad at that. Shannon, you did let her run over you with the preference battle because Shannon was right. Hey, when men state their preference, y'all got a problem.
Yes.
And she dispelled that real quick, and Shannon just let it fall by the wayside, which I'm not the maddest about because sometimes you can't just fight. He don't need another Amanda Seales situation.
No. You don't, especially not after what he experienced. Because that wasn't that long ago. We talking about that was what, springtime?
But girl,
Yeah.
You got to watch that. But the whole fact of what's too many kids for you? If you dating a girl and she got how many kids she got to have for you? Be like, all right, I'm out of here. I
mean, honestly. More than one, I'm almost off. I ain't gonna lie. More than one, I'm almost off. If you're talking about dating, anyway,
yes.
more than one, I'm almost off. And if you have one, I'm gonna have so many questions about the dynamic between you and that child's father.
Yeah,
that you probably gonna think I'm off anyway because I do have to understand that dynamic before I move forward. But yeah, more than one, because after that, you should be with one of these other guys. And if they the same guy, why aren't y'all together? Yeah,
my question be how many baby daddies you got. But if you got more than I don't know, I'm married, so it'll be different for me. But it's like age is going to matter, gender is going to matter. I know I took pictures of a family. Look at me snitching on my clients.
Well, you don't have HIPAA laws that you have to go by.
And this girl is tough. She tough.
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn. And she got a man.
Yeah.
She just got one.
Yeah.
She been posting this nigga nonstop. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, dang, you probably, if you didn't.
Is that brown skin Caribbean chick? Because she is tough. I'll stepdad the hell out of that. I don't care what the relationship is with that nigga. She is tough. Look at me lying, going back on everything I just said.
Yo, she done been in so many of my group chats of people who done seen her. It was like, yo. I'm like, yo. And I wish I could tell her because me and her cool, but we ain't that cool just yet. But I'm like, yo, if your son was a little bit older, you'll probably be married by now. But and it's also like once he gets to a certain age, you definitely gonna get married.
Yeah,
because you look good. It's the boys.
Yeah,
like some of y'all can't date because y'all have sons, and you got to wait till your son get of a certain age where your son is just like, all right, now I can go be with my friends, and you can trust, so you can do your thing.
Yeah,
that was interesting. Also, dog. Oh, I said this before we go to the next thing. Please be careful about taking information from people that make it their business selling dreams to vulnerable women.
Yeah.
And Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is a master at that. It seems like her whole thing is to play on vulnerable women's emotions through kicking black men's back end. And that's straight down the Ace Metaphor tree, which she's a part of.
Yeah,
so I think it's very interesting because probably her whole interview, and she's going to probably say, hey, Shannon's large audience is men. Notice, y'all, she never talked about any women who she works with. It was only men.
You know, I didn't even notice that.
She started the interview with kicking Cam Newton back in.
Oh, yeah, she mentioned Cam too. I was just like, why are you?
You try to backtrack on Offset. You try to do therapy on Shannon. I mean, yeah.
Here's the thing about Cam, though. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's the part I didn't put that in notes. That's something I did want to discuss. She discussed on him and his multiple baby moms, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when she started speaking about her dad, I was floored.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
Because she loved him.
I'm like, wait, what? Like, it sounds... I don't have any information on your father, but it sounds like what Cam has done, your father has done the same thing.
Yeah. And that it was just very interesting to listen to.
It was. We don't spend a good enough time.
Oh,
have we kicked? We're not kicking her back in. We're just being critical.
And I'm just telling y'all to be careful. Y'all listen to. Also, Rich the Kid has Summer Walker's name saved as Pizza HUD in her phone because everybody gets a slice. I don't know if y'all know that yet.
Is that why he put it in there?
Well, that's what when you call a girl Pizza
But
Hut.
I thought she said call me Pizza Hut.
Yeah, because you get a slice. I always get a slice.
She was like about 5 years ago, man. Like, yo, she did too much. She did too much. Like
she had them kids.
I mean,
no, summer before the kids is different than summer after the kids.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, just watch. Just go back, start looking. First album, amazing.
Cause like she was like one of my like favorite,
the girl can sing.
Artists, man. And then like
first 2 albums, amazing.
Yeah, like come on,
kids and Larry. I will get into how Netflix. I don't know if y'all bought Warner Brothers or not, because Paramount just threw in some money. So we'll be interested to see what's going on with that. But one thing that's on Netflix that I finally finished doing my pie research was the Diddy doc. It dropped the day that last week when we recorded.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it because you said it was like the Hulu doc, and my whole thing was, no matter what Diddy did, it's like, yo, I never liked them to start with. So the piling on, it's like, bruh, I watch Making of the Band, and I love the music industry. Like back then, especially, right?
Yeah.
Like I was Slam Magazine and Source, right? Like, that's all I read. So I kind of always knew that he was a POS. Yeah. So, and then when I saw Making of the Band, which I was so excited to see, because I was like, oh, we get to see behind the scenes in the music industry.
Yeah, you saw it.
And then like after the first season, I was like, I can't watch this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I can't watch somebody that literally it just looked like you're just picking on people.
I remember when he made the band walk for that cheesecake, right? Yeah. And I found that super interesting because like the next week, LL Cool J did an interview and said, I would have walked there and back if Diddy was going to give me a contract, like almost excusing it. Yes. And now that we're older and we 20 years later, it kind of seemed like, hey, bro, you had teenagers. Yeah. Chopper was only 16. Yeah. Nobody don't want to admit that. Yeah. They knew that on the show, which we've all come to find out. I watched it. Let me put it like this. If you've seen the Hulu doc, the first 2 episodes is that. This is the best one out of all of them. By the way, they are only using 50 Cent to market this. 50 Cent ain't do nothing with this. Just to give you, I don't even think 50 is in it. He's not even in the doc. That's the thing. They just needed a name to make the legs grow.
But again, though, right? It becomes this ideal of if I put these 2 forces against each other, right? Which in this case are 2 black males against each other, right? That sells. And I guess that's kind of the reason why I'm like, I'm not in a rush to watch it. Cause I mean, you're not gonna get my numbers anyway, because I'm streaming the shit. But it's this idea, is like, y'all don't do this to yourselves, right? Y'all didn't, when y'all made the Harvey Weinstein doc, y'all didn't make give me a prominent white guy. Keith Olbermann. Okay. Y'all didn't make Keith Olbermann be the face of anti-Harvey Weinstein. Got you. Y'all were just like, oh, we're just going to make this doc. And you watch it, you don't. But every time it's a black face, man. I get tired of the over-exuberance, you know, of...
A lot of went into this doc. Let me put it like this. I get what you're saying. My pushback on that was this tied 30 years of conspiracies about Diddy. Yeah. It wove it together where it's not saying, hey, we not saying that he got Tupac killed. Yeah. But here go all the evidence and all the people that's involved. It tied so many. It tied the Tupac thing. It tied the Biggie murder into this, and like made it make sense. So if you ever thought about it, it made it make sense. And let me tell you something. This is what I believe 50 Cent also did. Besides executive producers, like, hey, we know all these stories in the streets. Y'all could tie them in together. And here's the thing. This should have been 2 more episodes. They could have spent the whole episode about, if you've seen the Hulu doc, there's Puff's childhood friend who lived with them. And he talked about how in the Hulu doc, not this one, but he talked about how his mom, she sexualized Puffy. Not in that weird way, but almost like, and I'm using the term, and that might be the wrong term, but almost like, hey, even though you 6 and y'all ain't here dancing, I want y'all to act like grown men, and almost like just, you gonna see some shit around here. And his friend got in the Hulu doc and was like, yo, them freakouts came from home. Like his mom ran after hour spots and he was there seeing sex very early and stuff like that. That could have been a whole thing. The whole fact that Bad Boy was in his mom's name, and a lot of people from the band was like, yo, all our publishing go to his mom. And that got a lot to do with, hey, when that happened at that school, when the basketball celebrity game, people died, the company and his mom named, so if he gets sued, he ain't got to pay out stuff. It was a lot of that. It was a lot of stuff. I noticed who was missing. It would have been great to hear Cassie in this. Where's Mary J. Blige at?
Yeah, well, Cassie has her own issues going on right now.
Cassie, they looking for you, baby girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know it.
Yeah.
Also, to the guy who's suing Cassie, it's corny, but I get it.
It is, but, look, it's a money grab.
You can't sue Diddy.
Yeah, and you get to kind of let all the world know. I mean, dudes are lames. So, and I'm not saying that he's a lame. I'm saying, like, dudes like, when a dude boinks a very, very pretty girl and then he has to let everybody know that he did it, that's kind of lame.
And, I don't know how you can sue somebody over aborting your baby. Like, that's a whole nother subject. Also, you got to be very clear. Like I think you can sue somebody if they're hiding the whole STI situation, and you better be ready for that. But Cassie, they looking for you. Also, I give the doc this. Episode 4, they kind of cleaned it up for Puffy. Like, they did a little touching on, hey, his mom was there. He did this. Hey, he was around Clyde, so do with that information how you will.
And again, right? One of the things that I can appreciate about this doc is what we're seeing is what music heads do. And I'm not saying that all music heads do it, but I'm saying we've heard enough about the music industry and the movie industry to kind of understand that, right? Like, we've heard the term casting couch, not to conflate these two things together, right? But, for years, right, that was kind of a rumor, right? Like, women sleep their way to the top in Hollywood.
Yes.
And, B-list and C-list actresses are basically sex workers in Hollywood, right? But it wasn't really until Harvey Weinstein that we kind of had that concrete evidence that this is actually happening.
Y'all was wilding.
Y'all was wilding, right?
Yeah, and even with Diddy, and let me tell you, this is what I didn't like. Diddy struggled with two things for me, and I'll just put a bow on this. Diddy had the worst, to be so rich, he did not know who he was. And I got that throughout the whole doc.
So is it more like if he wasn't so cheap, he maybe would have gotten away with everything?
Nah, he was doing stuff, bruh, and then like he was so cocky and arrogant that he was throwing it back in people's faces. I'll give you an example. First episode, it opens up with a woman we've never seen in none of the other docs.
Yeah.
And she was in a music video. She was like, I saw Puffy at a club. He invited me back to he had an after party at I forgot my man. He was the head of Uptown Records, whatever. His name.
Andre Harrell?
Andre Harrell.
Yeah.
Andre Harrell's out of town. Puffy got the keys to his house, so Puffy throws a party there. She was like, I helped Puffy cleaned up. The next day, Puffy said, hey, I want you to be a girl in this group that we're doing their music video. Cool, bet. She said, I went and did it. It was cool, leave. She said, years later, some girl hit me up, sends me a video of me passed out. And he raped me. And she leads with that. She said, and this goes to what Cassie used to say, like, yo, he'll send me videos of me just doing shit randomly when I wouldn't answer the phone. I'm like, I had no idea that. The girl from Danny DeCane, same story. She said, I had no idea this happened until somebody randomly just sent me the video.
Goodness.
And so
gracious.
like, you hear that story so many times throughout the doc that you just like, yo, bro, what are you getting on? So he's struggling with that. He always had to have everybody's girl. Ryan Leslie was dating Cassie.
Yeah.
He told Cassie, yo, you can come record. Ryan can't come no more. Cool. We know how he got his first. He got Kim Porter from Albie Shore. Misa was with Eric B. Like, they keep showing this real thing about he don't have an identity with women, that he got to just show I can have your woman in every room. And that's how it was happening, right? And then the street stuff. His dad was a street person, and you could see him chasing that. They talked about, it was one interesting part of the doc. They talked about his mom, the young boy, his childhood friend. He's like, yo, we went into Harlem one day. His mom went to go pick up some money. She left her car running in the middle of the street in Harlem. Nobody didn't come and take it. She left the keys in the car. She left us in the car. Nobody didn't come up to mess with us. They knew exactly who car that was, what she was there to do, and whatever. And it was like he went and chased that. I seen enough of the other docs to know that he joined the gang when he didn't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like you said, he grew up in that street life. I think they say his father that he didn't meet, but I'm pretty sure he ran with one of the top,
Yeah, with like Frank Lucas and him, I think.
Yeah,
allegedly.
I think it was like Nicky Barnes.
Oh, yeah.
He was like his lieutenant. So, I mean, those boys was raking cake. Like, I don't know if anybody knows the story of Pee Wee Kirkland where he could have went to the league.
Yep.
And he was like, bro, I make too much money to go to the league. I make way more money in the streets.
Yeah.
Frank Matthews, right, disappeared with $25 million in the 1970s.
Yeah.
Like, just never came home. And his wife, which means that he had to take care of her. Because he left with another woman.
Yeah.
And he had to leave enough, because they say his wife never spoke on it, like even until her death. Like she never spoke on him, man. Like dude just dipped. So that era of dope dealing in the 70s, it was something different.
Also, Lil Rod, I think they picking on you, bro, every time they put you in an interview. Excuse me, I had to burp. Lil Rod was the dude who was working on the Love album, the last album, which I still like to this day. He was the producer, and every time he gets a mic in front of his face, he lets you know that, yo, are you okay? Like, I don't know if you mentally all the way there, but your stories sound wild and wild. I'll give you an example. Not this doc, but another doc. He was recording in the studio. Diddy went into the shower and told Lil Rod to move every piece of equipment into the bathroom so they could record there, so Diddy could just feel the rain on him. And he was like, I looked over and Diddy was like, masturbate. He didn't do it on this doc, but that's one of the, I didn't tell you, I didn't seen all these docs.
Good Lord.
So this doc, Lil Rod is in there. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Diddy used to make him go recruit girls at the club. Lil Rod in this doc made it seem like, hey, he wanted me to recruit girls. I think he spoke to a lawyer. It was like, hey, I would go recruit these girls and they'll come back and listen to the album. And then the lights would be red and then Freakouts Man made that happen. What made me laugh was he was like, yeah, sometimes I wake up and be like a couple of girls in the bed with me. Sometimes I wake up be just Diddy. And they just cut to a scene. That ain't even the funny part. He goes, yeah. One time I saw Diddy obsession with having his sons in the mix. All this is also weird. So Diddy is filming. You remember how you was like, you think somebody sold footage to Netflix or whatever? Yeah. So while all of this has happened, this whole doc starts with 10 days before he gets arrested. Diddy is filming a documentary. Allegedly, y'all do your own research on this. Apparently, Diddy did not pay the videographers. He never signed over to get the footage. So the videographers sold it to Netflix. That's the story that is all coming out, right? So you see Diddy with his sons like, yo, I need you to go find every time they spoke good about me and just start pushing it out there. Now it explains why his sons was out there talking crazy. And it's like, yo, it's hot for your dad. Shut up. Yeah. Well, in the doc, you see him telling this. But anyway, Lil Rod is in there. He's like, yeah, one time I was doing something on the keyboards. I'm listening to the album, man. And Diddy and his son go into the bathroom with a nigga named G. I don't even know his real name. So he's like, all right. He said, then I hear pop, pop. And he said, I'm thinking like, oh, I must have hit the gunshots on the keypad. He was like, so they leave. I go in the bathroom. G is shot twice in the bathroom. There's blood everywhere. He got footage of the shit too. And he was like, so when the ambulance come, we had to lie and say he got shot and he came into the house. And then I'm just like,
none of that makes sense. That's weird.
It's a great doc. I'm telling y'all.
All right. You convinced, man. I'll watch this.
Go watch it, man. According to what's the name? La Rosa. What's the name on Breakfast Club?
Oh,
not Jess, but the other girl on Breakfast Club. According to her, Brandy and Beyonce don't like each other.
You know what? I can see that.
Me too.
I can see that because when we was growing up, well, hell, you would have been in middle school because I might have been in middle school. She might have been in elementary school.
Yeah.
But when Brandy was up and coming, like she was low key heralded as the next Whitney Houston.
Absolutely, that's Whitney's girl.
Yeah, you know, yes. And I think the accident where whatever happened, right? I think somebody died in the accident. I think that kind of derailed her career. Right? Because whatever it costs to clean it up, I think they were just like, yo, if we make you bigger, this gonna keep coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that kind of derailed her career. And lo and behold, these little Destiny Child, young ladies are coming out, and I think the rest is history. So I can see her having to look at Beyonce
and being like, that could have been me.
Yeah, I can see it.
In my alternate universe, I could see, I'm Brandy. Miss Cinderella.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston and already said, I got Whitney Houston play my mom in Cinderella. I got Whitney Houston to say, hey, this is my daughter. And I'm talking about in real life, Whitney Houston saying, this is her. They call Brandy the vocal Bible for a reason. Yeah. Brandy can sing. I don't know if y'all really think she can. She's an amazing singer.
Yeah.
When they came out and said Brandy was using auto-tune, and her producer sent over the raw files and showed y'all, no, she just sings so well.
Yeah.
And she knows how to correct her voice then that was enough for me.
Yeah.
I say this. I could see Destiny's Child coming around and you curving them.
Yeah.
And you playing their
at
face?
that time?
Yeah.
100%.
I'm Moesha.
100%.
I'm her.
Yeah.
I can see a little curve and I can see, hey, Dangerously in Love is coming out. And you like, hold on, wait a second. She leaving her group? Hold on. Dangerously in Love ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
All right, well, 4 or 5 number ones off that album. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What was the one you used to love? You used to play this joint all the day.
Oh,
Was it B-Day?
Which one? I think it is B-Day. B-Day.
Mike, we used to get in the car. I'm like, why is Mike playing this shit? Going to Atlanta listening to B-Day.
Hey,
with Mike.
man. That album went out, but what was that one with, is that the one with my boy 3 Stacks and her in it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's my song. I'm going to have to play that on the way home.
Mike
boy.
used to play some Beyonce. I'm like, all right, bro, we get it. She, her. But it was like, yeah, man, like, you could see that.
Yeah.
Then you could see, hey, I'm sorry. You know what I think did Brandy dirty?
What?
When she had that reality show and they was faking the fuck with her and Dark Child. So I don't know if y'all remember. I used to.
Gosh, I forgot all about that.
Well, I used to think that one day I was going to be on reality TV. I was going to be on Real World. I had that plan for my life. And so I used to watch all the shows. And so most people don't know. So Dark Child.
Didn't they get married?
That was the lie they told on the show, that they was married, because they said it would be bad for her image to be a single mom. But when the show got done and the baby was born, then all the reports came out, yo, they was never married.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. And then she went and disappeared.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I'm Whitney Houston's girl. My baby daddy produced all the great stuff with Michael Jackson. Like I'm supposed to be somewhere.
Yeah.
And Beyonce is Beyonce. You at that F1 thing in that outfit, you somebody else's wife. So I'm going to be super respectful because y'all have enough money to make people disappear.
Yeah, they don't play.
Beyonce she's number one in my, she's number one on my list of the girl next door look.
Yeah, girl next door. Yeah, Beyonce definitely be number one on that.
And I hate to put it like that. Some of y'all gonna get mad. Regular looking girls, Beyonce's number one. And I say it like this to say, Beyonce is so pretty. She looks so natural.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she looks natural. Like that, when we say girl next door, we don't mean average. We mean like you know,
I can run into you.
I think that's what she looks like when she wakes up in the morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She looks so beautiful. Hove, I hope. Please leave me alone. Shout out to our Spotify rap. Hold on, let me go to the what we got. What the hand claps at on here? Y'all know I can't never find them. Oh, there you go. Y'all have supported us beyond measure that I am grateful. Mike is grateful. That's why Mike is going to make sure the claps come back. Let's keep it real with y'all. 616 of y'all, we are y'all top 10 show. I think that is amazing.
That is.
I think it's hilarious. Shout out to Woods who sent me his and he said, hey, don't never be disrespectful to me again. Like you are there. This is where y'all at. And I'm super grateful for that. To everybody that has supported us. I'm trying to get the other little notes so y'all can know what's going on.
I do know. Let's see, number one country. Or number three, we're in Brazil. To the expats that are in Brazil, because I don't think most Brazilians speak English. I appreciate y'all, man, for y'all to listen enough to end up on our top countries list. Thank y'all, man. And hopefully we'll be down there soon.
Hopefully, if they allow us, let's put it like that.
Hopefully we'll be there soon.
Top countries: United States, Canada, Brazil, Ghana, and the UK.
Shout out to Ghana and UK too.
Yes, our listeners, y'all top artist was Drake, and y'all top audiobook is The Art of War. We would definitely dive more into that. Yeah, that is interesting. And then, yeah, man. Our show was definitely in the top 10 of videos on Spotify, which is super interesting. And our number one episode was Back to the Black Church. That is actually very interesting, that episode. Like, I'm glad you reminded me. I need to re-listen to the episode to see what was so interesting about that. Yeah, I don't know if it was the one that Cardi is the cover on. I'm trying to figure out. Who knows? But we need to get back there. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Our followers up 270%. So please make sure y'all keep supporting. And we love y'all for that. And check out the Patreon. We still doing numbers there. Mike tried to get me cussed out because my top artist came out, and
who's your top artist, Gavin?
hold on, man. Let me get to it, man, because y'all trying to hate on the boy.
Who's your top
First, before we get there, my listening age being 21 bothered me. I was like, all right, cool, man. I'm a youngin, YN at heart. My top artist, Future, go figure. Drake, Gunna, Don Toliver, and Chase Shakur. Shout out to Chase Shakur, man. I don't know how Drake became my second top artist.
Well, I mean, y'all know it includes features too. So he's on a lot of hits.
So what I realized is, so I went back and looked. Only 2 Drake solo songs are in my top 50.
Yeah.
The 3 other ones, 2 of them are Future songs, and 1 is Chris Brown, No Guidance.
Yeah.
So those all together combined.
That like Ty Dolla $ign is like number 2 on my list.
Yeah.
And but here's the thing though, like if real talk, if I go through like new music and I see Ty is a feature on it,
yeah,
I'm listening to it. Ty
it's an automatic listen.
He be killing on other people's stuff, man.
He do.
His album, his first album was good. Second album, all right. And then after that, I was just like, Ty, I thought you was next up, man. I thought you was gonna be out of the West Coast, that dude.
He didn't drop enough during that West Coast like run.
Yeah.
When you got not the Kendrick, but yeah, it's the Kendrick, it's the YGs, the DJ Mustard. You was supposed to keep going.
He supposed to keep going.
And he missed it. My top albums though, We Still Don't Trust You by Future. I love that album. That's the one with y'all song I Love Bad Bitches.
That's my song right there. That was my number 1 song last year. It wasn't this year. I couldn't tell y'all that last year because I was like, okay, this is terrible.
And that is Mike's forte, and it runs in his family. I'm talking about Ed Stone. They love good girls. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Shout out to Gunna, get my second album. It'll Be Fine by Shay Shakur. Lil Tecca. I meant to say this, and then GNX was in my top 5 album. I would say this about Lil Tecca. When I was at Thanksgiving, my little cousins was pressing me. They was like, yo, why you listen? He younger than us. And I was just like, yo, I like the young kids, man. And shout out to all my cousins at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
A couple of y'all heard my podcast. When I say I don't like half of y'all, y'all make sure that I love y'all, man. And I love y'all.
They pressed y'all. Tim's was my number 1 artist for the year, though, for last year. I love me some Tim's, man.
Beautiful.
I love some Tim's.
Beautiful.
I love Tyler too, man, but you ain't made enough good music.
You know what else almost happened? I swam with the sharks in the DR. I almost drowned. That's a whole nother subject. I realized I got to get back to swimming.
Oh, man.
I know how to swim, but once they had us that mask, and once you get salt water in your nose and in that mask, the experience is over. But I looked down when we got in the tank. I looked down and I saw how big that shark was.
Yeah.
I said, yo, take me back. I swam back to that boat. Me and Karina both. Karina was like, can we go back? I'm like, yeah. I'm not playing with these sharks. Michigan, we can speed through all this. Michigan.
Yeah, we ain't gonna bang on you. State of Michigan, black men that are football coaches up there, because Michigan State, y'all just went through the same thing. Hey, man, y'all got to do this for the culture, bro. Stop taking bar pussy home, man. Bro, all right, pay for it. Pay for an escort, bro. Stop with this. Y'all are in 2 prominent positions, making too much money.
Too much money.
Coach Moore is not even, bro, they fired him with cause, which means he won't even get his money. I actually think the Michigan State coach, I forget his name, but I actually think he got his money. Right, or at least most of it. Like Shamar, you're not gonna get anything, bro. Like, fellas, yo, lead the country, man.
Bro, my thing is, you just ducked one other scandal. Remember, they sent him home after Harborough with the sign stealing.
Yeah,
remember they sent him home.
Like, you on thin ice, bro. Like,
what? And like,
how
got a girl raise.
How much money was he? He had to be making at least $3-4 million as a coach.
Yeah,
at least.
And then you get a girl raise. She can't go from 55 to 90 in 1 year. Come on, bro.
Like, dude.
Come on.
Fellas, all I'm saying is, and again, we're not going to bang on the brother because y'all know I shoot all y'all bail. And this is my opportunity of saying, like, yo, if you make 7 figures, pay for it, bro. Pay for it. Don't make the school pay for it. You pay for it. Because if it come out of your pocket, that means you really, really like her.
Absolutely. Shout out to Stacey Abrams. I meant to mention you when when Dr. Cheyenne was kicking our back in. Thank you for always seeming to do what's right and not being afraid to be on like an all women's podcast and just say, nah, y'all got black men wrong.
Y'all gotta stop banging on black men, saying that they're the reason why you didn't win the election. And I always mention this, and this is why I'm taking a step back, because there is not a more progressive voting bloc of men on the planet than African American men, even if they vote against something that they really don't agree with.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yo, if it's a benefit for the whole or if it's a benefit for women, because we can't even just say black women, right? For all women, black men have by and large said, I'll support it, even if I disagree with it.
My issue is with the young lady who said it. If Stacey Abrams wouldn't have said nothing,
It would have rolled.
it would have rolled. Let's say Stacey Abrams wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because she did say something, so I don't want to put her in this. Black men still probably wouldn't even go in that girl's DMs and be like, hey, you wrong. It might be a small percentage to be like, hey, yo, she's wrong in this information, but the majority of the world is going to be like, oh, she right, blah, blah, blah. Like when Dr. Cheyenne kept talking about how much money women make. I ain't gonna say that. I just got a free trip out of a girl, so it is what it is. But like so much misinformation gets shared that sometimes I wish black men had the time, energy, or insight just to be like, hey, we're gonna make sure that you know you wrong.
But this is why I say we gotta just pull back, because it's like even when you're proven wrong, right? When I was growing up, something that was said to us. Now, remember, when I was in high school, this is the 90s, right? There is no internet. So for half of y'all listening right now, you cannot imagine the world that I'm talking about, right? But there's no internet. There's no cell phones, right? Like there are car phones, but there's no cell phone. There's no text messaging. So when an ideal just happens, it literally exists. And one of the things that we was told when we was growing up is there's more black men going to jail than going to college.
Oh my gosh, they used to say that at church.
Yeah, that was never, ever true, right? So matter of fact, not only was it not true, up until 2006, there was more black men going and graduating from college than black women.
Yeah.
Literally, right?
It was getting that off.
But that was getting off, right? When we found it to be untrue, right? No one came back and said, hey, we need to fix this, right?
Yeah.
When they tell the story of like, yo, there's so many deadbeat black dads. Black men are not active fathers, right? When the CDC created that report in 2014, that's my villain origin story, by the way. When that report came out, not one group, not one person, not one demographic, not one news organization said, hey, that lie we've been telling on black men for the last 40 years, we need to eat that one.
Yeah.
We need to take it back. So I do appreciate Sister Stacey, for always being, I wish you was the governor of Georgia, and I wish you was the head of the DNC, because you seem to be the only black person for sure that's a liberal that has an ideal of what's really happening. But I can't tell black men that like, yo, keep pushing forward in the community that never apologizes to you and will lie on you to your face, like right here now.
Bro, that joint was insane.
And low key, I think the same. I think this is allegedly. I did not dive deep enough in there to find out. But supposedly, whoever that young lady is, that's the same one that came to Michael B. Jordan about 2 years ago, and he was like,
I remember you from high school.
Yeah, I remember you from high school. That's what the comment said. I didn't dig deep. I didn't care enough to dig into the comments. But she had the same yellow hair, and she does look. She looks familiar, but I think she had glasses on in one and not in the other, so I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
So, but supposedly that's the same one. And it's like, again, right? If you're mean to black men, right? Even good black men, right? I think we'd say Michael B. Jordan's a solid brother, right? If you're mean to even good black men, right? Look at the platform that she's on right now.
You know what's funny about that whole, you know how mean you had to be to Michael B. Jordan for him to remember you in high school?
From high school. This dude has been an actor since he was 12, right? Like I think he might have been to something before that. Right, yeah, this guy has been like he has no reason to remember you at all. But with the trajectory of his life, but you did something to him
that on the red carpet he said, "Yo, is that you?
Are you serious?
You want to ask me something? Whoa,
yeah."
He was definitely an actor in high school, because I want to say in high school he was on The Wire.
Yeah, and I think he was on something before that. So this dude has been an actor his whole life, right? And it's like someone that's willing to tell that bold face of a lie in 2025 with supercomputers in our pockets, right?
Yes.
To be promoted to be a radio host, whereas you could have Stacey Abrams. I would love to have Bakari on here, right?
Come on, Bakari.
Hey, he's a song. You are able to have Stacey Abrams, one of the most impressive intellectual political strategists of all time, on your show. And you're that type of individual, man. Again, the misandry that exists and that black men have to try to navigate and muddle through and then we have to pretend that it never happened. It's unfair, and I do not blame men for pulling back.
Absolutely. Shout out to the sports section. This is when I'm supposed to tell Mimi she can stay and listen. Mimi, we waiting on our business meeting. We ready. CP3 got sent home. I am here to let y'all know why this makes me sad. Everybody don't deserve a farewell tour. Sorry, I'm here to tell y'all that.
You know what's funny is he's always had the reputation of being hard to play with, bad teammate. He's always had that, but you don't see it on the court. And he was a really good basketball player. Still, I mean, still is a really good basketball player, relatively speaking to his age. The fact that this catches up with him at the very, very end of his career,
it's hilarious.
It's kind of funny. Like,
it is funny.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, and
you couldn't make it. You couldn't make it 6 more months,
bro.
You couldn't be a dick. Like, bro, you're retiring. You cannot be a dick for 6 months, man.
Bro, when they said, well, so what I love about it was Stephen A was like, oh, I'm gonna do all my research, and there's no way Tyronn Lue would let this happen. Then you find out, he might be the reason why this boy gone. You know, they showing clips of he talking crazy to CP3. They showing CP3 talking to his girl. For those who do not know, CP3 is a sniper. It is known that he is a sniper. And you would lose your girl to that 6'3" dude with hazel eyes.
That makes $20 million a year for the last 15 years of his life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that is crazy. I don't know what happens now. I don't know where he goes.
You got to retire, bro. I mean, he's old, man. And you finally have your aggravation level has exceeded your skill level.
Absolutely.
You know, and we see it happen with players all the time, right? We've seen it happen with Carmelo Anthony. He could still play, but, you know, his aggravation level had exceeded his skill level, right?
I'm hoping LeBron don't figure that out.
Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Allen Iverson was out of the league at what, 34?
Yeah.
Like, he should have easily could have played, right? But the aggravation level exceeds your talent level. LeBron, I'm a LeBron fan. Like, I need you, brother, I need you to get it together.
Yeah.
I need you to get it together, man.
Because it don't look, LeBron, I know you know this because you smart. You smarter than me. They brought Luka there to take over once you leave.
Yes. Take over once you leave.
Yeah.
But they need that to happen.
They need that to happen. And also, if your play doesn't rise up to where his may be at, they cool with letting you walk. Or trading you. But I mean, look, they know wherever they trade you, they are trading LeBron James for the farewell tour.
I mean, at this point, you really got to trade him back to Miami. I mean, you could Cleveland, but I think he destroy the chemistry in Cleveland. Like, I think that Cleveland team works. I think you add LeBron. I think it destroys everybody, right? Miami has enough moving points, and I think they're trying to trade Tyler Hero. I would not trade Tyler Hero for LeBron James. Look, biggest LeBron James fan, and I don't like Tyler Hero. But it's an unfair trade for the Miami Heat. I am a Heat fan.
Yeah, but I look at it as goes, if I'm LA, we want to know when you retire. We're going to make so much money on your farewell tour that we're not letting you walk. We're not sending you to Miami for them to get the $1 billion that we gonna make. I mean,
but it's only so many teams you can trade him to. But one of the things that LeBron has to do, and matter of fact, Deron Williams, by the way, brought this up. Deron Williams, former Utah Jazz point guard.
Shout out to him.
He's the one that actually brought this up. And if he said it, that means that these are players' conversations. And you know, there's rumors that he's not really a fan of Austin Reeves. He wants Austin Reeves to come off the bench. I guess so his usage can go up. And there's always something. Look, we get on women's butt about this all the time, right? The ideal of aging gracefully, right? But men also, sometimes we need to get on our butts, right? There's the ideal of aging gracefully.
Especially in sports.
Yeah, LeBron needs to look over there and be like, yo, the fact that Austin Reeves, you know, damn near undrafted guy, I can't remember if he was undrafted in the second round, but whatever, right? That guy turned into the player that he is, Luka being the player that he is, and I might be able to just ride to this last championship because y'all do have a shot. The Lakers have a shot. You got to clean up a little bit of that defensive stuff. I mean, the Spurs kind of exposed that last night. Yeah. JJ Redick, great coach, by the way. You did everything you could, bro. Y'all just couldn't beat him. You know, big ups to you. We did not think you could coach like that, but evidently you pretty decent as a coach.
You be seeing JJ face when he be looking at LeBron, Kiki, and Ha-Ha on the bench.
Yeah, he'll be like.
That's interesting there. Jello continues to prove to y'all why I know he didn't get no $8 million from no record deal, but y'all fought me on that.
One of the things that I will say the best part about Jello, I know I'm such a bell shooter. Because I'm about to do it right here.
Go ahead.
Is you always you should always look back on yourself and see who you were and realize that that was stupid, right?
Yeah.
And he's giving himself a lot of footage for 10 years from now that hopefully he'll grow and he'll be able to look back and look at that footage and be like, thank God I'm not the man I used to be.
Hopefully. Because it's going bad from the tips to UCLA wanted me to go get therapy, so I just dropped out.
Yeah,
like what are we doing?
The hell with y'all, like Jello. And again, right? It's big up to Lonzo being the big brother. I know I know he wants to smack his brother, but his little brother's bigger than him. But I know he do.
Yeah,
I know
he want to. Lou Will, I love you. I tell y'all all the time: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, KD. Price, Steph Curry, and probably LeBron, my top 5 favorite players of all time. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
AI probably in there somewhere. I love AI. Shitty person, but love AI.
He seemed to have matured. I told you he was on one of my flights when I flew down.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. It's too late. I think you said it on the pod.
Allegedly.
Kobe Bryant's my second favorite player of all time. Lou Will, I am here to say the way you players talk about Kobe after his passing versus before, when he was here.
Yeah.
Y'all can't get mad that now analysts and people who never played the game still keep their ranking the way it was.
Yeah.
I remember the day when Kobe Bryant retired and the conversation was, hey, where does he rank? And when Stephen A. and I think Skip was still on there, when they got up there, and if they weren't, they definitely did it on a respectful shows. Neither one of them had Kobe higher than 7.
Yeah.
And nobody flipped out. It was not news after the break.
No, it wasn't. I mean, even on this pod, I mean, I think I've said you can put them between 9 and 12, or 8 to 12, depending on how you like, those guys. So it was never really a big deal
until he passed.
Yeah.
What happened is, and I'm put like this. I love doing this with people. Please find me the articles, the quotes, the lines outside of anybody outside of Kevin Durant who had Kobe in their top 5 before he passed. And I'm talking about, you can do it with analysts, you can do it with players. And players was very clear on what a top 5 was and a top 10.
Yeah.
And they was very clear that when Kobe was here, he was, the lower half of that 10. And so when I'm getting at this because I believe it was Bill Simmons who said he has Tim Duncan ranked higher than Kobe. And Chandler Parsons said, I think he was saying, hey, me too, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And Lou lost it. He was like, yo, y'all got to stop this. Kobe's above Tim, and it's like, yo, bro, like Shaq, tune changed. You know what I'm saying? Rick Hamilton, tune changed.
Shaq, not surprising, right? Because he goes wherever the money goes.
Absolutely. So everybody's tune changed on Kobe once he passed. And I feel bad because I remember when KD was the first player who was like, yo, he number 2 on my list of all time. And it was like, all right, nobody didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to say maybe AI had him up there super high, but outside of them two, man, the rest of y'all had him low on y'all. You either said nothing or you had him low on your top 10. So don't be mad now that people is doing this. What Matt Barnes doing?
Hey, man. Was it 2 pods ago when I was like, we need AI automatically?
Last pod. It was last pod.
It was like, it needs to be tagged when you upload it because a lot of the stuff, it does make you think it's a real person sometimes. Like, it's so much so, there's a young lady that I follow.
Oh, gosh.
No, hold on. Right? And
oh, gosh.
It was like 1,400 followers when I follow her, right?
Okay.
And she was so fine. I was like, this might be AI, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just follow because I was like, I need to understand what AI is, right?
There you go, y'all.
Yeah, let me understand what AI is, right? I'm looking at her every time I look at her. I'll show you when we get off. The only thing that made me realize that she wasn't AI is because she actually had a scar on the back of her elbow, and I was like, "Oh, damn, that's a real fucking person."
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But it's hard. It is hard to tell right now. And I'm not shooting at. I am shooting Bell. I'm shooting Bell.
You got to. It was probably 100 podcasts ago. I told y'all that one of my favorite clients be in the comments of this AI girl, and I said I so bad want to tell him like, yo, she not real, and but he stopped following her because I think she put in her bio AI generated whatever model, so it's kind of like whatever. But man, Matt Barnes, you can't be sending allegedly $61,000 without meeting somebody.
Hey, but again, right? We said this 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Simps are out of control, but they are in charge.
Yeah, when y'all sent me the story, I'm like, yo, mind you, I'm drunk. So I'm online. I'm like, yo, what are y'all talking about?
I was like, is this real?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't get it. I'm like, yo, he met her 13 times. That's 4,500. He tricking. And then when the next time I saw the story on the thread, it was like, AI girl. I said, hold up. This is why they talking about this. But yeah, that's insane. What you got planned this weekend? Is it Christmas yet? When your birthday? Next week?
I don't even know, man, but it's coming up, man. Thank God for, running up on another year. Big ups to my creator, seeing fit for me to be here. So, and that's another thing, man. I was talking to one of my friends about that this morning. A lot of issues that we have right now is because we are wholly disconnected from our creator. And I'm not about to witness to you because I don't do that. I don't care, to be honest. I got to get myself across the finish line before I try to drag somebody else across the finish line. But with that being said, man, this is not something about church. This is not something about religion. This is something that we have to become more positive, as men, especially as black men, especially in the environment that we're in. And we got to stop reacting. And part of it is making sure that mentally you understand your contentment, your gratefulness, your thankfulness, right? And understand that that's coming from divinity. That's from providence. And that will make it easier for you to maneuver through life because you'll realize that, I don't really have enemies around me, right? Like the enemies is me overcoming myself on a day-to-day basis. So big ups to the creator for, bringing me close to another year and allowing me to have another year. Thankful for that. Just in case we take a winter break. I like to say that.
Yes. We gonna take a winter break? I don't think so.
I think just in case.
Don't be trying to skip out on me.
I ain't trying to skip out on you. I'm just like, man, holidays are coming up, man.
I gotta get my tooth pulled.
It's the holiday season.
When do y'all go get cigars? Is it today or next week?
Next Thursday.
Dang.
Next Thursday. So come out. We always tell Gavin to come out. Gavin, like, you never invite me. Like, literally open invitation. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel.
I'm gonna have row. We'll figure it out. I'm about to say we need to take you somewhere for your birthday. Cause it's on a Thursday, so we can make this happen. All right, we'll figure this out. Mimi, hit me up. Just to let me know if you made it to the end of the pod, so we can plan something special for Mike's birthday, man. Look, man, I want to thank y'all for listening, tuning in. Sorry about the delay. As Lil Wayne say, sorry for the wait. But y'all, you understand what's going on here, man. And with that, we're gonna holler at you next time.
Holler at your boy.